The Canoe Adventures of James and Pete by Sarah Hutchinson and Ashlie Young. One day in the backwoods swamps in South Louisiana, there was a 9-year-old boy named Pete. He wanted to go on an adventure down the swampy bayou. His friend James, who was also 9, wanted to go along. The two boys ran down to Pete's father's shed and got out the wooden canoe and sturdy paddles. The two boys dragged the heavy canoe and large paddles down to the bank of the swampy bayou. There was moss hanging down from the trees, and it was a cloudy day. The bayou ahead of them looked kind of frightening. The boys were skeptical about continuing their adventure, but decided that they were brave enough to keep going. Pete jumped in the canoe first. James was not so graceful as he entered the canoe, and it almost tipped over. Pete used his compass to decide which way to follow the bayou. The boys headed south along the swampy water. They could hear the cooing and growls coming from the trees. James and Pete looked around anxiously at every noise they heard. They spotted 2 brown eyes looking at them through the bushes. The bushes were shaking and the boys were frightened. Out of the bushes ran a black bear cub. The black bear cub asked Pete and James if they had seen his mother. The boys could not believe what they were seeing. "Did you hear that bear talk to us?" Pete asked James. "Wow, I did," James said. "My grandfather has told me stories about the talking bear, but I never believed him." "Pete, paddle closer so we can talk to him," yelled James. The boys moved towards the bank, closer to the bear. "Hi," said the black bear cub. "Have you seen my mommy? I can't find her anywhere." "No, we have not seen her," said the boys. "Why don't you get in the canoe and we will help you find her," said Pete. So James, Pete, and the black bear cub headed down the swamp looking for the cub's mom. As they were traveling, James spotted an enormous, fierce-looking alligator. "Should we turn around?" whispered James. "Let's just see what happens," said Pete, as they inched closer to the scary animal. The alligator began swimming towards the canoe slowly. The boys became frightened and did not know what to expect. Finally, as the alligator was at the tip of the canoe, he popped his large head out of the water and said, "Hello." He asked the boys and the cub what they were doing. They explained that they were just going on a simple adventure down the swamp when they spotted the black bear cub. The cub told the alligator that they were on a mission to find his mother. He had lost her while playing in the woods. "I just saw a big black mama bear pass by not too long ago," the alligator said. You did! Can you lead the way to her?" said the cub. "Follow me," said the alligator. The boys paddled rapidly to keep up with the swift alligator. Finally, they reached a bank further down south. The boys and the cub jumped out the canoe and thanked the alligator for helping them. The cub ran through the branches, growling for his mother. The boys followed. After searching high and low, they did not find the mother bear or any sign of her. The cub was sure he would have found his mother after talking to the alligator. He was very disappointed and worried that he would never find his mother, so he began crying. Then out of the bushes came an armadillo. "What's wrong, little cub?" asked the armadillo. "I lost my mommy and I can't find her anywhere," said the cub. "I just saw a mama black bear cross this path not too long ago," said the armadillo. "I will help you find her, don't you worry, little one." The boys and the cub followed the armadillo through the bushes to a clear opening where there were multiple blueberry bushes. The black cub began growling out for his mother. Finally, out of the bushes came his mother. "Mom! Mom! Where have you been? I have been looking for you everywhere," said the cub. "I have been picking blueberries for us to have for dessert tonight," said the mama bear. "I was going to bring you along with me, but you disappeared into the woods." The mama bear thanked Pete, James, and the armadillo for returning her cub to her safely. Pete and James began the hike back to the bank where they had left the canoe. "What an adventure we had today," said James. "That was the best adventure I've ever been on," said Pete. The boys jumped in the canoe and headed home as the sun was setting. When they arrived home, Pete's mother and father had supper waiting for them. The boys were exhausted from their travels, but agreed they would go on another adventure soon. The end.